by saying that this is a matter before the High Court of Kenya, and it is petition number 250 of 2023. It is between the Class 8 candidates who are here, who have given me the instruction as their advocate, who are the plaintiff and also the applicant in this petition, and the parents who are here, the parents of Class 8, who will be the first respondent in this case, or the first defendants in the case, and also the teachers who and the school administration who are the second defendants or respondent in this case. And as per the instruction from my clients, that is the Class 8 candidates, Riara, I wish to make submission to this court as per the request of the petitioners in this case, dated 17 February 2023. My Lordship, the petitioners make the submission in support of their petition dated 17 February 2022, which is now before this Honorable Court. The brief statement of the fact is that the plaintiff in this matter is the last class of the 844 system of education in Kenya. Therefore, this is a unique class, and therefore the parents and the teachers need to pay much attention to this class. The respondents who are the Class 8 candidates, Riara, have verified that the candidates, the respondents, who are the school, and the second respondents who are the school administration in Riara, have verified that the candidates, that is the plaintiffs, in this case here mentioned, are newly registered for KCPE for this year. And that is why they come in as candidates. The petitioners aver that respondents, that is the first respondent, the parents who are here, and also the teachers, need to work out mechanism that will see how they can get to ensure that the plaintiffs become the best in this country. I want to clap for them. The respondents in this affidavit, who are the parents and teachers, have confirmed that indeed the petitioners who are candidates need to be assisted much more than any other candidate class in this school. The petitioners pointed out that the Honorable Court, to this Honorable Court, the fact that the respondents, that is the parents and the teachers, admit that the petitioners who are candidates need to be given priority, being the last KCPE class. And this, you can see it in paragraph 16 of the affidavit of the principal on behalf of the second respondents. What are some of the issues of determination in this petition? My Lord, we discuss each of the issues for determination as follows. The issues of determination, in our humble view, are framed as follows. A, whether the first respondents, who are the parents, and the second respondents, who are the teachers, are ready to support the petitioners in their academic journey this year. That's the first issue of determination in this case. The second issue of determination in this case is whether the petitioners, that is, the Class 8 candidates, are cognizant of how the developmental stage, and that is adolescence, can impact in their studies, and more so being the last 844 group. Number C, whether the court, and that is this court, can order and compel the first respondent, that is the parents, and the second respondents to make a priority in their studies of the petitioners and put in detailed guideline on how both the parties, that is the first respondent, the parents, and the second respondent, the teachers and the school administration, how they can put up guidelines on how they are going to assist the candidates who are the first plaintiffs in this case, to ensure that they manage the best. So how will this be put down? The plaintiff demands this court to compel the second respondents, who are the parents, to put guidelines on how they can be assisted in this journey. And how will they be assisted? The plaintiff wants this court to compel the second respondents in this case, and that is the teachers, to complete the syllabus. That's the first thing. Now, two, the plaintiff wants this court to direct again the first respondents in this case to provide a detailed guidelines on how they are going to complete revision in good time. Again, the plaintiff wants this court to compel both the first and the second respondents, the parents and the teachers, to provide detailed guidelines on how they are going to be counseled and mentored on the adolescent challenges. The petitioners, in the issue of determination in this case, wants whether the court can issue an order directing the first respondents, that is the parents, to attend to all academic activities conducted in this school. At the same time, they want the court to compel the first respondent, and that is the parents, to print out the subject syllabus, the subject content from the syllabus in all the subjects, and to hand over that to the candidates. Why is this important to the petitioners? The petitioners aver that if they are given the entire syllabus printed by you, they will take that syllabus, sit down and then be able to use markers. The subjects they feel that they are not comfortable with at all, they are going to highlight it red. The subjects that they feel they are somehow 50-50, they are comfortable with it for some extent, they are going to highlight it yellow. And the subjects that they feel they are very comfortable with, they are going to highlight it green. And then they will be able to submit this to the teachers for discussion, so that they are assisted, most especially in the areas that are red, to be able to reduce red, and if possible, only have yellow and green by the time that they are going to do their KCPE. My Lord, we have demonstrated and we demonstrate that the petitioners are committed to work hard and to work smart and to recommit and we commit to our academic success. My Lord, we have demonstrated through supporting affidavits, that is the petitioners, that we shall develop action plan based on what we want to start doing now to make us the best candidates in this school. What we need to start doing now, what we need to stop doing, and what we need to continue doing. And the petitioners are asking the court to compel the first and the second respondents to sit down with the candidates and come up with what they want to start doing now, what they want to stop doing, and what they want to continue doing, so that they can be able to develop action plan. If this court will be able to grant that plea and compel the first and the second respondents to sit down with them and come up with this task, it's going to contribute towards their academic success. And how is it going to be done? The petitioners asked this court to compel the first and the second respondents, the parents and the teachers, to sit down with them and identify, once they have come up with an action plan, what they need to stop doing, what they need to start doing, and what they need to continue doing, to sit down with them and identify the task from those three parts, identify, come up with the success criteria from what they have written in terms of start doing, stop doing, and continue doing, is to help you, is to actually compel you, the first and the second respondent, to help them come up with the timelines in terms of the activities that they are going to do, and you being the accountability partner in terms of their commitment to actually execute what they have come up with. That is the accountability partners being the teachers and the parents who are the respondents in this case. Now, again, finally, my Lord, we submit that as petitioners and as candidates and the last candidates in the 844, we are cognizant of the three choices in life. The first choice is to give up. The second choice in life is to give in. And the third choice in life is to give it your all. We are submitting to this court that as petitioners, we are going to give these academic studies our all. My lords, our submissions above are further supported by commitment we have made as petitioners and as candidates, and sacrifices that we have made. And the sacrifice is one, we are going to sacrifice social media. We are going this year to sacrifice our phones. We are going this year to sacrifice the TV. We are going this year to sacrifice sleepovers. And we're going to do this for the sake of our future. These are our humble submissions dated at Nairobi, this day of 17 February 2023. The Board and Associates advocates for the petitioners. Thank you.
I, Mapunda Oma,
promise to tell the truth
Promise
and
to
nothing
tell
but the truth.
promise to tell the truth and nothing but the truth.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Lift this Bible in your right hand and repeat these words after me. I,
Hakim Dollar,
promise to tell the truth and nothing but the truth.
promise to tell the truth and nothing but the truth.
So help me God.
So help me God. Your Honor, as getting ready this semester, Your Honor, as getting ready this semester, I call upon the respondent, Mr. Mapunda, to introduce himself.
Obliged, Your Honor. My name is Mapunda Oma, the sole proprietor of Sukari Miwa Limited.
Is that all about yourself?
For now, yes.
Did you appear before the court during the mention, Mr. Mapunda?
Precisely, Your Honor.
You appear different. Anyway, shall the court proceedings continue?
Mr. Mapunda, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Mapunda, just come to our attention that on 15th December 2022, we were paid a minor, $1 age 14, to work as a female partner, Sukari Miwa Limited.
Your Honor, I just took in a safe minor to save her from poverty.
Lady, do not speak unless you're required to.
Your Honor, let it be known in this court that Mr. Mapunda, the respondent, abused the children's right when he employed a minor and paid her peanuts.
Your Honor, I was just trying to be loving to my neighbor, as the Bible commands us.
Your Honor, that is quite misleading. There was no indication of love in his act. Sema ukweli, Bwana Mapunda.
Let's respect this court and let the defendant explain himself.
Your Honor, as I was saying before I was rudely interrupted, Dollars parents sought my help before.
Not true, Your Honor. Order.
Mapunda, continue.
I did not know I was wrong.
Mr. Mapunda, do you know anything about implementing children's rights?
Yes. No, wait. Yes, Your Honor.
You need to read this. Take a look at chapter 14, article A, paragraph 5, line 2 and 3.
No, Your Honor.
Order. The law of Kenya is very clear on child labor. Any person found employing a minor shall face up to 5 years in prison.
Your Honor, 5 years. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I am finished. Your Honor, can I settle this with a king outside? I am sure we can reach an agreement.
Whether you are aware you're breaking the law or not, you shall always face the consequences.
Oh dear, this is the end of me.
Are we ready for the verdict?
No.
Yes.
As guided by the Constitution of Kenya, it is illegal to employ minors, leave alone subjecting them to unsanitary conditions.
Yes. Justice has finally been served. It was not hot air after all. Never could
This court finds you guilty, and therefore I sentence you to a 5-year jail term. Let this serve as a lesson to anyone that subjects children to child labor.
Mimi kuisha.
Court dismissed.
Arise! The presiding judge for the second case is Miss Justice LCJ.
Good morning, all. Good morning, Your Honor. You may sit.
I now 2978/RSP. It was on 20th January at around 8:24 p.m. when Mr. Chuchu Chacha came and reported at the Mahanga Police Station, OB number 2127/KP.
Prosecutor,
Yes, Your Honor.
is there any exhibit?
Yes, in fact, Officer Jeremy Teller has the exhibit.
What ahead? You must have selected the healthiest.
Your Honor, I have a big family. That's why I went for the LPS.
Order, proceed, Ms. Prosecutor.
From the recorded statement, the accused also threatened to beat up the complainant. That's all, Your Honor.
Wonders will never cease. I don't expect such an act to be done by a person like you.
Your Honor, it's not my fault. It's hunger, Your Honor. The economic shape does not favor me at all. I was not willing, but the flesh was weak.
Stop your picking from Gig Macamielo is good. Your Honor, it was a very embarrassing moment. Picture this. I caught this man trying to steal my hand, and when I tried to stop him, he insulted me and became physical.
Do you have witnesses, Ms. Prosecutor?
Yes, Ms. Talatanzu, the chief of Matope location.
Ms. Tanza Teule, tell the court what you know about this case.
Your Honor, Mr. Chuchu came to my home at 9:07 p.m. carrying a very healthy hen. He told me that Abdallah had tried to steal it. Fortunately, he rescued it. That's all, Your Honor.
Is Ms. Rehema Mula in this court?
Your Honor, I was collecting firewood around my fence. I heard a tussle and a shout of, "Help! Help!" That's when I realized. I dashed to the place. There I saw Mr. Chuchu Chacha snatching his head from Abdallah Malik. Truly, I know that head very well. It moves together with mine in the compound.
After listening to this case carefully, the court finds you guilty as charged. You are therefore required to pay a fine not more than 10,000 shillings within 24 hours.
Girikumi, oh dear.
Oh yes, serves you right.
This court has been adjourned.
Remember, we are live on our YouTube page or Facebook or Twitter handle. You're live, therefore, thank you, Karibuni.
A child is born to us, and the year is 1985. Dancing, singing, and feasting, the whole nation was happy. The news from our leader made us all
a short period, the community began to live. The child provided the needs for all. Everybody, including you, went through the hands of the grown child. The young, the elderly, all agreed that this was what the society needed. With time, age was catching up, but wisdom was growing still. However good a dancer, a time to exit the stage comes. The sister was also growing, and being generous enough, time to hand over was coming. Together with his children, they decided to go for the best crowd because they knew that they were the best. They left a mark, hoping that nobody would do it better than them. They were saving the best for last, hoping that their little sister would do it well too. They knew very well. Many had quested for the crown.
National anthem. Ready, begin. And then
worship you. You are here, working in this place. I worship you. I worship you.
Let's bow, let's bow. Dear Lord, our Father, we thank and praise you for all your goodness and mercy upon our lives. We thank you for this day and the liberty. Help us to enjoy every moment of the day and night. May your presence and safety be with us. We also commit the year ahead of us too. May you guide us in our endeavors. Bless our teachers, parents, our relatives, and friends, as well as those who care for us. Give us wisdom, peace, joy, strength, creativity, and mind that will think about what is good and right. Help us to make the most of every chance we receive. May you forgive us our faults. We ask this in Jesus' name. Amen.
Lord bless you and keep you. Make His face shine upon you and be gracious to you. Lord, turn His face toward you and give you
What a wonder! That prayer meeting brings us to the second part of the interactive.
It is during this session that shall interact or hear in this order of this podium.
Correct. Let us interact. Let us bond in order for you to work with us in our academic journey to excellence.
A journey that started at the kindergarten to lower primary, taking every needed step that starts into the upper primary, and here we are now.
Born at the time of new constitution, we have transitioned into a period of new curriculum. Now we got a taste of it, and recently got in the mix of the new one.
We are indeed a versatile class.
This is how we have come. We thank God. Even before we get to the stage presentation, we hope you have seen the stage conveyed through the exhibitions.
I agree with you. The exhibitions are there are a reflection of our academic journey so far. That is why we have to visit them. Ashley.
Thank you, Clyde. Dear parents and guardians, we would like to have a little chit-chat with you about the exhibitions that entail
that has some questions for you to pick one.
If you get the question right, you get to keep the the gift? Yes. Get the question and get to keep the gift.
Correct. I will repeat the instructions. You only need to spin the wheel to proceed to the next level.
After spinning the wheel, the number at which the pointer stops becomes your lucky number. You will then pick the box number that has some questions for you to pick one.
If you get the question, you get to keep the gift. Yes, get the question and get to keep the gift.
Shall we have our demonstrators? You only need to spin the wheel to proceed to the next level.
And now I will spin the wheel. After spinning the wheel, the number at which the pointer stops at becomes your lucky number.
And the lucky number is 4.
You then pick the box number that has some questions for you to pick one.
If you get the question right, you get to keep the gift. Yes, get the question and get to keep the gift.
The question reads, why are brightly colored wax tray used? Now, shall you have 4 volunteer parents?
Two moms and 2 dads.
Yes, 2 volunteer parents, 2 moms and 2 dads.
One more, please.
You only need to spin the wheel to proceed to the next level.
You may spin the wheel.
After spinning the wheel, the number at which the pointer stops at becomes your lucky number.
And your lucky number is 3. You may proceed to the next step.
If you get the question, you get to keep the gift.
You may open the box. And what does the question read?
From the grand march to justice, which is the other word for compliment.
Yes, very good. You've gotten it correct.
You may spin the wheel. Your lucky number is 3. Spin again. Lucky number is 4.
You may open the box. And what does the question say?
Why are brightly colored wax screens used? To help the paint stick better.
Yes, correct. You may keep the gift.
Number is 3. Please spin again.
and your lucky number is 1. Please proceed to the next step.
You may open the box. What does the question read?
Which one of the following materials is not needed in real picture? Water, paintbrush, old newspaper, a hammer.
And your lucky number is 6. Please proceed to the next step.
You may open the box. And what does the question read?
Who is a petty offender? A person who commits serious crimes. B, a person who makes decisions on a case. C, a person who commits minor crimes. D, a person who guards prisoners. The answer is C, a person who commits minor crimes.
Yes, you got it correct. Thank you all for participating. Well done. Good competition from our parents and guardians. I am sure you have got the feel of what competition is like, or rather how it was during your school days.
The sweet 844 experience, or should I say, the lemon and lemonade experience, depending on the side you find yourself.
Talking of the 844 experience, this year marks the closure of the first 8 years of the curriculum that started back in 1985. I am sure most of us are a product of this curriculum that transitioned from the late President Moi's era, who was also known as Nyayo.
Nyayo simply means footsteps, just like the footsteps that you see on our back room today. These footsteps here, however, are the steps that we, the final class of 844, are set to follow in order to reach our goal.
Being the final 844 primary class, we, the Riara Springs Academy, class of 2023, have a lot to pick from all our predecessors in the past year, especially the 2022 class who produced a commendable mean of 381.3. It is from the experiences and tracks that we are able to learn from the good, bad, and the ugly, or simply the GBUs. Shall we get to know the GBUs, my girl?
Thank you, Kalim. I am Wendell, now introducing the G, which is the good.
And I am here for the B and the good, the bad and the ugly, that we should avoid. What are these distractors that we need to overcome?
By use of social media, this is where pupils engage in apps like Instagram and TikTok that may eventually lead to bad behavior or watching of unsuitable age materials.
Which other distractors do we need to overcome?
Poor time management. This is where us candidates waste our time by loitering around the school compound and talking on the exchange teaching. This may lead to poor academic performance, and you should also remember that time wasted is never recovered.
Any other distractors we need to overcome?
Boy-girl relationships. This is where a boy and a girl engage in a relationship, which may lead to lack of concentration and poor academic performance.
Any other? addition to all the other subjects combined, another distractor that will prevent us from reaching our peak is many of us are not self-driven. We wish to be reminded the obvious things they know we are supposed to do. We should have intrinsic motivation, and we should do the right thing at the right time.
Are there any positive factors that we need to embrace?
We have talked about the distractors, but that does not mean there are no good things that we can do to reach our peak. By that I mean good time management. Good time management is when you use your time well. Ways of achieving good time management is by creating your own personal timetable, which should be followed strictly to the letter. In addition to that, you should set your own goals, which should be reviewed after every single exam by the help of your parents and teachers.
Personally, as a candidate, I think that we should have intrinsic motivation. We should not wait for our parents, teachers, or guardians to tell us what to do, since it is our duty to know what we are supposed to do and when we are supposed to do it.
We should also stay focused in class. By this, I mean, whatever the teacher is teaching, we should be attentive and keen. By doing this, we will achieve our end goal.
As the wise man stated, attitude is determined by attitude. If you have a positive attitude, you'll end up with positive results. But with a negative attitude, with negative results.
Thank you for this feedback. Back to you, Kali.
Well. As a way of finishing stronger, we therefore have all the good footsteps to follow and better our best.
A spectrum of opportunities to be the best we can is what I can say we have this year. Not a bed of roses, but at least we have to focus to fix a bed rosy.
Our focus strategy is here in. From this, we shall share with you how we intend to get to the top. One step at a time, we shall take the walk, step by step to the winning line.
Like soldiers, we shall march where our success lies. If confidence were a person, then look at us, the will we have. Our teachers who are there for us, and above all, God is on our side.
Precisely. This is the final year of our curriculum, and we shall march to the peak of excellence we see. It is the much awaited march.
The Grand March.
The Grand March.
Yes, we hereby officially launch
the Grand March.
Victorious to the
all about.
The wise men point they say that a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. And I'll add to it that every step matters.
Yes, ma'am. These steps here are not different from those of the wise men. Every stride we take has been and will always be made successful with the help of our teachers.
Well, it is believed that a lion that leads a flock of sheep into war is bound to triumph. We, the 153 of us, are that sheep, humble and ready to be guided into this grand march by the lions who are our class teachers.
Before we begin our steps, let us get to know them.
Hamjambo, jina langu ni Patricia Waiwa kutoka darasa la 8 au ukipenda 8 Indigo, na walimu wangu walezi ni Bwana Masai na Bwana Nyongesa.
My name is Riara from 8 Violet, and our class teachers are Mr. Resa and Mr. Nirangu.
Jina langu ni Mwanga Mche kutoka darasa la 8 Obaju. Walimu wetu walezi ni Bwana Mungai na Bi Wanjala.
My name is Margot Martin from class 8 Purple. My class teachers are Mr. Steve and Mr. Gibit.
Jina langu ni Temi Nogomi kutoka darasa la 8 na walimu wangu walezi ni Bisafi na Bwana Mwangu.
My name is Amani Wanjiku from 8 Sayan. My wonderful class teachers are Miss Mercy and Mr. Gaishu.
My name is Stacy Wangoi. I'm in 8 Oakley. My class teachers are Miss Miru and Mr. Simon.
My name is Martin from 8I, and our level coordinator is Mr. Benson Nyongesa, and our senior teacher is Miss Kathleen Wanjala.
My name is Jacinta John from darasa la 8 la Vika, na walimu wetu ni Nana Neli na Bwana Ziomo.
Our coaches, our educational lions, our everyday academic Valentines.
Ooh, love month with Jesus. Happy belated Valentine's. We love you, our teachers. We cannot thank you enough.
And just a quick note that there are other subject teachers behind the successful grand match whom we salute big time.
Having known our teachers, let us now reveal our first step. Wow, it's all about energy. The steps through which energy is transformed.
Those are steps within steps. Let us march into the science classroom.
known to be a subject for doctors and engineers, but today we come to you as young electrical engineers.
One of the topics in science is energy. Let's hear more about energy from my fellow young electrical engineers.
There are two main types of energy, potential energy and kinetic energy.
Oh, potential energy. It is the energy possessed by bodies at rest. As I am sitting here, I am possessing potential energy. What is kinetic energy?
Kinetic energy is the energy possessed by moving objects. As I am walking, I possess kinetic energy.
Energy can neither be created nor can it be destroyed, but it can be changed from one form to another. This change of energy is known as energy transformation. A good example of energy transformation is how a bicycle dynamo works.
This is a bicycle dynamo. It is a small generator. The moving wheel possesses kinetic energy, which is converted to electrical energy that passes through the wires and finally heat and light the bulb. Therefore, the energy transformations in a bicycle dynamo are kinetic, electrical, heat, and light.
Another type of energy transformation is the one that takes place in a car battery. I'm sure we've all seen a car battery before. If not, here it is. Inside a car battery, there is chemical energy, which then passes through the wires as electrical energy and finally as heat and light energy in the bulb. This experiment can also be shown using a piece of steel. Inside a car battery are chemical energy inside the battery to electrical energy in the wires and finally heat and light energy inside the battery.
This is a radio. For a radio to produce some energy transformations take place. The dry cells contain chemical energy. Inside the radio, the energy is transformed into electrical energy in the wires. When it reaches the speaker, the energy transformations are kinetic and magnetic energy. Therefore, the energy transformations are chemical energy in the dry cells to electrical energy, to magnetic energy, to kinetic energy, and to sound energy.
If you know that there are other energy transformations in our bodies, let me ask you a question. Where does the heat in our bodies come from?
and kinetic energy for the energy we get helps us to do work.
Thank you, parents, for learning with us young electrical engineers.
Quite amazing to see how energy changes from one form to another.
That is why it is called science, where nothing can disappear without a trace. Nature doesn't know extinction. All it knows is transformation. Like the one we just witnessed.
Ah, yes, sina maoni. Labda tunasema iwayo unaofuata tuone kuna mengi tunahitaji kujua.
Swadakta. Tumemaliza sayansi na sasa ni wakati wa sayari.
Sayansi na sayari vikangana ni kweli, ila kabla ya jambo lolote, hebu tusikie kutoka wazazi wetu hapo wanajua sayari ni nini.
Je, sayari ni nini? Kweli ukistaajabu ya Musa
yote 9, 10 ni kuwa tutajua nani kapata na nani kondoa. Hebu tuwapishe wanamwananga wetu watueleze mengi kuhusu sayari.
before we continue the marching.
I agree. Shall we get ready for...
Let's go! Everybody rise up! Stand up! It's that time! Come on! We got Portugal, we got Mexico, France, England, Brazil, Belgium, Qatar, Germany, Cameroon, Serbia, Korea, Netherlands, Senegal, Costa Rica. Let's play football.
It's not the temperature for me to play, it's global warming
focus as we march towards the right direction. Check.
It is all about having focus and maintaining the right direction that enables the likes of Headteacher to be the men's marathon world record holder and Angela Ochoy, the first rising tennis Chinese sensation.
Don't forget about Arsenal, who are the top of the English Premier League.
After more than a decade of waiting, no hard feelings though.
Leave the Gunners alone and let us take a look at the next step.
Well, here we go. It is all about the steps or the stages of the evolution of man. Let us begin with the social studies theory story.
Good morning, parents. To explain the origin of man, historians have mainly believed in three main theories, namely mythical theories, creation theories, and evolution theories.
Today, we want to showcase the evolution theory of origin of man. Evolution is the process through which man has gradually advanced from simple creatures to become what he is today.
This theory was developed and written by a British scientist and archaeologist called Charles Darwin. It was further supported by studies of fossils who lived in the prehistoric period.
Historians believe that man has developed from ape-like creatures that lived millions of years ago to the more advanced creature he is today.
The first creature to appear after the ape-like creatures was the Homo habilis. Historians also refer to him as in general first way, say, handyman and man the toolmaker.
He had the following characteristics: walked on 2 feet, had a stooping posture, developed speech which was not very clear, had thumbs.
He was the first creature to make simple tools like scrapers and hammer stones. His remains were discovered at Olduvai Gorge in Tanzania and Kubifora near Lake Turkana.
The Homo habilis later developed into the Homo erectus, which means upright man. He stood on 2 feet and had an upright posture, made more advanced tools, and was also the first to discover fire. His remains were discovered at Olduvai Gorge in Tanzania, Kubifora, Kariandusi, and near Lake Magadi in Kenya.
The Homo erectus was able to become Homo sapiens. They were hunters and gatherers, practiced fishing, grew crops, kept animals, and made advanced tools. They are also known as the thinking or intelligent man.
Homo sapiens developed into the modern man that we know today, the Homo sapiens sapien. Thinks in a more complex way, plans and predicts the future, invents and develops machines and equipment, has made breakthroughs in science, engineering, and agriculture.
Now that we have told you all about evolution, it's assessment time. My first question, which creature had a stooping posture? I repeat my question, which creature had a stooping posture? Correct. Give her a round of applause, please. And my second question, which creature was also called intelligent or thinking man? I repeat, which creature was also called intelligent or thinking man?
Homo sapien.
Correct.
Sapien.
Correct.
Thank you, parents, for your cooperation.
Merci bien. Evolution is natural change, and we all know change is inevitable.
True. And another fact is that change is painful, but there is nothing as painful as staying somewhere where you don't belong. Imagine if we were still in the Zinchatropa state.
Oh, you mean the Dryopithecus stage? We would not be who we are today. Riara would not be 49 today, turning 50 next year.
Sure, marching into Golden Jubilee in 2024. A moment we shall dearly miss.
But remember, Yasmin, we are a proud final 844 class of this great school. We salute the founders and the entire Riara family for this far we have come and the steps we have made. Shall we get to know what the next step is?
Right away, we now move to the Grand March, to Calvary, for the order of Jesus in a theory lesson.
John chapter 3 verse 16. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, and for whoever believes in him shall not perish, but have eternal life. This is how the Grand March to Calvary began. Jesus went to the Garden of Gethsemane on Mount Olives to pray. While he was praying, Judas, together with the chief priests, officers of the temple, guards, and elders came to arrest him.
John, James, come with me.
Yes, Master.
Pray and pray not to fall into temptation. Father, if you do not take this cup of suffering away from me, for it is not my will, but your will be done. Peter, John, James, why are you sleeping? Get up.
The spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak.
I told you to pray and pray not to fall into temptation. Father, if you do not take this cup of suffering away from me, for it is not my will, but your will be done.
Check it. The man that I'm going to kiss is the man that you're going to arrest.
Judas, is it like this that you're going to betray the Son of Man?
Allah, apa kuna ngori. Master, shall use a sword.
My ear. I'm healed.
Judas, it's now your time to act.
After he was arrested, he was taken to the council, which consisted of the chief priests, elders, and teachers of law. Later, he was taken to Pilate, who was the Roman governor.
Pilate, our governor, we caught this man misleading our people, telling them not to pay taxes. He claimed to be the king of... He also possessed chaos and riots in the town.
Are you the king of the Jews?
So you see.
So you say. Ha. You can find me. Today, Herod is in town. Send him to King Herod.
Galilee, he was taken to King Herod, who was in Jerusalem at the time. Do you know what? Herod wanted to see Jesus perform miracles. When Jesus was taken to King Herod, he never answered any question, and therefore he was sent back to Pilate.
You brought this man back to me. Yes, Herod has sent us back to you. But you had brought him here, and I examined him here in your presence, and I did not find any guilt in him. Kill him! Kill him! Kill him! But what crime has he committed? Crucify him! Crucify him! A fucking woman. But what has he done to deserve death? Release Barabbas! We want Barabbas! Okay, I've had enough of this. I have to set Barabbas free. Barabbas, you are free to go. You might have been so free. Yippee! Get me some water. I have nothing to do with this case. So I'll have nothing to do with this case. So I'll have to let him go. Take him to Jerusalem and take him to Golgotha and crucify him. Kill him! 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 Kill him!
Tell you something, don't you cry for me, but cry for yourself and for your children.
Then Jesus carried the heavy cross to Golgotha, where he was crucified. He died.
Eloi, Eloi, lema sabachthani. My God, why have you forsaken me?
Then he died on the cross. Truly, he was a good man.
It is finished.
Later, he was buried and resurrected after 3 days. And that was the grand march to Calvary. Thank you.
Peace be with you. Peace be with you. Peace be with you. Peace be with you. Peace be with you. Peace be with you. Peace be with you. Peace be with you. Peace be with you. Peace be with you.
We are also in our academic grand march to our Calvary, which is breaking all the records of our predecessors. Can I hear an amen?
Amen. Preach, preacher, but hold on first. We have one more step. Let us see what it is about. Motisha.
This is an appeal to our teachers and our dear parents. Kindly hold our hands in our steps as we march to our destiny.
We really need your support in our journey to excellence here through the Motisha program.
Mkituacha mkono sisi wana wenu, the last class of 844, kwa vile mkituatilia tutalia kui.
Yes. academically without looking back.
Yes, join us in our
Triumphantly, here we come. Let's appreciate our boys and girls, our teachers for the good work and the good performance this morning. A better hand clap for them. Our guest to the left, our directors, their group of schools, our deputy principal who is present, Mr. Mutegi, all the protocols observed, parents, and our great candidates. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. It gives me great pleasure to welcome you here today. We are here to flag off a grand march to victory. And I'm sure you have seen that spirit today. You've seen the anticipation today. And that the way we have headed, or the way we have ended, the way we have ended the show, you can tell we have a lot of energy. And if we don't use this energy to ensure we do better, or give other opportunities like the one they had here to march, and to showcase their dance, I'm sure we'll have a lot more things to talk about. So allow me to make a few remarks, and thereby also maybe after a few minutes allow our boys and girls to go, and then we'll meet with our teacher session after a few minutes. And I want first to thank God for this far we have come. Our boys and girls are now in class 8 after an 8-year walk or march in primary and 3 years in the kindergarten. Now we are in the final march, and like our theme goes, it's a grand march, being that it is the last KCP year. Our speaker didn't tell you that he is part of the last class of the old system. I wanted him to mention that. And there are people who are very much sought after because of what was special about that system. And in the same way, our boys and girls are so special to be the last class of 844. In fact, others from other classes are trying to steal their way into this class by registering. I think you've seen it on newspapers. Those in grade 7, some are trying to sneak to feel special, like the way our boys and girls are feeling special, being the last class of 844. But the government is on them so that they don't come and steal our special possession in the history of the country and in the history of the education system. So our boys and girls are in a special place, being the last class of 844. There are many opportunities, being that there's a grand finale of KCP. Therefore means should we do so well, there will be nobody else to challenge our record. Our record will last for a lifetime. Sindio? And that is what we are going for. So having anticipated this much in the last few years, we took measures to ensure that this class will be at its best as we come to this academic year. As you will note, our last 3 classes have done so well. I want to say, since 2019, we have averaged at around 76%, with only differences in decimals. Last year we were at 76.3, the academic year before was 76.6, and the other one was about 76.1. We have deviated in the point, but we have been at A- in the last 4 years, and that's not been achievement. Let's appreciate our boys and girls, let's appreciate our teachers, let's appreciate our parents. This is victory for all of us. Now we have achieved that within the 3 COVID years, the 3 crash program years where we were doing an academic year in 6 months. However, this year we have a full academic year with all the weeks, and therefore our aim is to surpass what we've done in the COVID years. And I also want to say that our parents have come in handy for us in the last few years, and in the last month, teachers, they have stood with the children, they have stood with the teachers during the journey as our candidates went through their final year. And this is what has kept us going. At times, and somebody said, those in battle don't fast. It is those others who are not fighting who fast for them. So it is those others who are not in class, who are not attending to the candidates, who are not the candidates themselves, who stand with those who are candidates. And I want to say, parents, the minute your son or daughter becomes a candidate, you definitely become a candidate. And therefore, it is good to behave as one, so that as you plan your year, you can always plan days to support them. As you take your leave days, you can plan to put them in strategic places that will be able to support your daughter the best. As a school, whenever you do this, we are coming up with a whole annual program that will help you know what you will have in June, what you will have in July, which exam day will be first KCP day, so that as you plan your academic, your 1 year, you can be able to factor in certain days that you may be required to support your son or daughter in class 8 to give them a memorable moment, even as they go through their final academic year. I want to mention a bit about the submission made by the friend to the court who came first as the lawyer of the first of the plaintiff, and talked about the kind of submissions that we were going to do. And he talked about the certain things that we need to do to ensure that our boys and girls are successful. And I want maybe just to refer to 1 or 2 of them, that as a school, we will work on guidelines so that our boys and girls will finish the syllabus in good time. I want to report here that in the last 3 COVID years, we've been finishing our syllabus in the first 13 weeks, which has always been a term and a half. And now 13 weeks is term 1 only. It therefore goes without saying, most likely by the end of the term, we'll be somewhere almost at the end of the syllabus, and will allocate enough time for revision for the remaining 2 terms. Point number 2, as a judge, I now want to compare because the lawyer for the plaintiff was pleading with this court to compel us to come with the guidelines on how to counsel our boys and girls so that the teenage issues or challenges are minimized, and then there is going to be better performance. And for this, I know the Headteacher team is going to work with us to bring in counselors so that at the end of the day, our boys and girls will not be distracted by any issue of their developmental stage, but they will be able to be focused. The other thing, maybe we are working towards ensuring that we can have them have a copy of the syllabus and be able to highlight what they are able to do and what they have challenges doing, so that at the end of the day, as teachers, we can know how to support them. I'm also happy that our boys and girls have committed themselves in their recognition that there is no success without sacrifice. That they will have to sacrifice certain things that they talked about through their lawyer, that they will sacrifice social media, isn't it? Boys and girls, your lawyer talked on your behalf that social media for now will be put rest. Some of those accounts, we will first close them for now and tell them, those who maybe wanted to join us or to follow us, we tell them, thank you for showing interest. Please allow me, I'm a candidate. For now, that is not something I'll be doing. Our phones, the TV, sleepovers, and other things that are going to distract us, we've committed ourselves to putting them aside. Can we give our boys and girls a very good hand? I want also to say that in the last 2 years, we have broken some of the records in performance that have not been broken in the school. In the 2021 KCPE, our social studies was at 78.6, which is the highest performance that has ever been achieved at Riara Skits. Can we give our boys and girls a very good hand, and our teachers as well? In 2022, we broke the mathematics record. For the first time at Riara Springs, we scored a 90.5, which is a mark that has never been scored at Riara Springs. What does this tell us? It tells us that we are the best point in our school at which our boys and girls can be at the highest place. I want to finish by saying that as we do all these things, we need support from the parents. We need your prayers. You may not be able to come and pray with the candidates here, but you can also pray with them from where you are. We need your support in terms of resources. I'm sure the Motisha chair, is it the Motisha chair or the Motisha chair? The Motisha chair will share with us. Right. Well said, well said. The Motisha pastor will help us know the amount we should pay, because we had a meeting where we discussed, and so that we can do that as early as today. Some activities are already on. Learning is already ongoing. We're in the 4th week, so it is the high time that the support we are getting from Motisha comes. The other thing is what the lawyer talked about, the element of mentorship and being the accountability partners as parents and teachers. Let's work with our boys and girls. Let's be the accountability partners. When they come up with their private timetables, please follow to ask them, did you do what you committed yourself to doing? Be their accountability partner. We are guiding them through out of primary into high school, where they are not going to be with us. So this is our final year, not just to make them excel, but also to prepare them to take responsibility for their academic life, even in future. The other thing, maybe as I conclude, is to talk about other ways in which we can support our boys and girls going forward for the remaining part of this academic year. Please attend the meetings that involve them. Come for school events. Your presence, not just the money, not just the prayer. Presence. You know, we are human beings. And presence is sometimes even more than what you give. The fact that they saw you here, they have seen you coming for maybe Motisha activity or Motisha awards, they have seen you in other activities. There is always something when your father or mother is present in a place. There is always some confidence. I don't know what I can call it. There is always something about your parent being present where you are. There is always a feeling, and you can see the boldness, the courage and the happiness with which they came to the podium because they knew you are seeing. I can assure you, because we do some other activities when you are not there. Sometimes they are not the way they are here. But the fact that you are there and they are here, you can be sure it's so different. And academically it's also the same. The fact that they keep seeing you, they know that you'll be there in the Motisha award ceremony. At the end of the day, you will see something that will surprise you. This is the year where we are working towards being at the highest and ensuring that we finish this system at the highest point. I want to finish by saying, as one of the narrators said, our school is at its 49th year. Next year will be 50 years. Can we give Jesus a mighty hand for us? I think that is an achievement. So our school has transferred education systems. It was in the old system, it became 344, and it has now transited to CBC. By next year, We will not have any other class or any other curriculum within primary and junior secondary school. It will only be CBC. And I can assure you, we have put measures in place to have our JSS students here. Our junior secondary school is a combined effort of our girls' high school and the Riara Springs Primary. As you tell, some of the teachers from the high school are taking some subjects from here. Some of the activities for the secondary school, we are doing them at the girls' high school. We are benchmarking what is secondary with the girls' high school. We are benchmarking what is primary with the primary school, and there is no better place for junior secondary school vacancies in school for our children. So should you find anybody who wants to find a place, Riara Springs Junior Secondary School is the place to be for the junior secondary school students. As I finish, I will also say, I know we sent you notes on selection of schools. We know sometimes not everything written will always be very clear. So after we are done with this meeting, you have a chance or two with the class teacher just in case you have a query. Choosing schools is not final. We have like about a month of registration where if you think something different, you can tell us and we can change. Sometimes in May or June, the military also allows parents to make any change of the school should they wish. So by choosing what you have chosen doesn't mean that is the end. But at the end of the day, going forward, you can still change and do something good. Now without further ado, allow me to stop at that and welcome our Motisha chair, who is Mama Saira Mutete. Mama Saira Mutete is the PTA rep of Class 8. She's going to make a few comments and thereby invite the outgoing. Is it the outgoing or the already who has gone out? I can now do the gone out Motisha chair for last year, just to share with us a few things about Motisha, and then we'll release the boys and girls, and then we'll have an open session. Thank you, God bless you. Have a good afternoon.
Our directors, Mr. Murithi, our head teacher, teachers, fellow parents, boys and girls, good afternoon. Good afternoon, Mama Saira. Good afternoon once more. Good afternoon, Mama Saira. First of all, I would like to commend the learners for a wonderful job. They did such a wonderful presentation. Let us give them a round of applause. You've done very well within such a short time. We know you don't have time to practice, but you still made it so well. And we're truly a special class. And we're looking for the grand match. And as I'm here, you know I represent the parents. When you see me here, you know we come with goodies. So this year is not any different. We're still doing more. We have more. We actually have more than even last year. Yeah. So all you need to do is do your best. You know what to do, yeah? So, and as parents, you had their plea. You had what they asked for as the code session, their submissions. And as a Motisha chair, I'm here to say that we commit as parents, okay? That we are going to give our best. We are going to support you in all aspects. We are going to be there for you in terms of time. We are going to be there in terms of supporting the money and all that. This is the awards, the other good things that we give there. We are here to do all that to you. And even the resources. And we are also going to support you in terms of spiritual matters. Like we had discussed in the WhatsApp group, as parents, we are going to be coming for devotions. Morning devotions, we're going to be part of the morning devotions that the children do in the morning. So we are going to be part of that so that we are together, yeah? And we're also going to be there to hold your hand. Like Mr. Murithi said, we're going to be your accountability partners. We're also candidates now. So feel like we are together and we're going to work together. So as parents, I said, I'm committing this on behalf of parents. So parents, do not let me down. So we are together, yeah? Parents, we can't hear you. We'd like to hear the learners need to know whether am I committing to something that we're not going to do or are we together? We are together, right? In hand. So what are you going to do to make sure that also you show us, we want to support you, but you need to do your part, right? So what do you need to do? You work hard, you give your best, and then you also pray to God, yeah? And we say you focus on study right now, no social media, no TV. This is the last class of 844. So we are hoping and we pray to God that we are going to break all the records. We are going to set a new record, which no one else has a chance to break since we are the last of 844. And I know we can do it. The teachers have done their best, and thank you so much to the teachers. You've done such a great job, even for the presentations and all that, and just holding our kids' hands and just guiding them. Thank you very much. And we are going to support you also. We are going to work together, and we pray to God that we can do all this. So let's all put our efforts, let's work together, and collectively and even individually, let's all do our part. So thank you very much, and I think I'd like to invite Mr. Riara, who is the former Motisha Chair for Class 8, just to give a few remarks, and then we can go.
Let's appreciate this team now as she takes a seat. Boys and girls, we want to allow you to go take your snacks so that we can have a motivation session with your parents. So class teachers, let's guide the boys and girls to exit so that they can go and have their snacks. They've been here presenting, now we'll be left with just a motivation session. Oh my, today the pronunciations I've gotten a tongue twister. Mr. Nyongesa, Mr. Mwangi, guide the boys and girls go have their snacks. Meanwhile, we have our motivation. Oh, again. We'll have this session this afternoon.